Hi there, I'm Karlene. I'm the gut health queen, biomedical nutritionist, naturopath, herbalist, and author of Gut Truth. I am here today to talk to you about the one topic that I speak about the most, which is, of course, it's about stool samples. It's about your poo. And the number one tool that I use in my clinic every day is my stool chart. And I'm going to share it with you now as I share my screen, because this is a topic of much interest and much discussion. Here it is, my stool chart. And so in developing this stool chart, I actually am trying to get that conversation going where people start talking about what's happening in the loo. And generally speaking, most people that I talk to tell me that what they produce every day is normal. And then when I present this chart, I see them actually thinking, okay, what was it this morning? Hopefully it was daily, but sometimes when people see the chart, they actually get quite reflective, and you can see them thinking about what it was like to pass their stool in the morning. And sometimes it's a type 1, which is that Mr. Pebble Pants. So in order to get people talking about their stool with much more ease, I've given all the stool types a personality. And so that dry, hard, dehydrated stool I've called Mr. Pebble Pants, which is often very hard to pass and it feels a little bit like rabbit poo. And it's absolutely not satisfying to pass this stool in the morning. You think, surely there's more. And so on the other side of my chart, I've given some suggestions as to what you can do to address that type of stool so that you can bring yourself back to that beautiful bliss point, which is type 4, Mr. and Mrs. Smooth Pants. It is that stool that is sausage shape, smooth, easy to pass, a sense of complete emptying, and even doesn't need very much wiping up afterwards. I call them the secret Teflon snapper. So this is what we're aiming for. If you want to know what the answer to life, the universe, and everything is, it's number 4. It's that type 4, that Mr. and Mrs. Smooth Pants. So anything above that is actually a bit dehydrated. It can have cracks. It can have some dryness and a little bit of hardness to it. Not so easy to pass. Lots of suggestions with regards to how you can rectify that dehydration and get more of a smoothness to your stool. Then, of course, we've got the flip side, which is a bit of looseness and wetness, where we're going from type 5, 6, and 7, Mr. Blobby Pants, Mrs. Blobby Pants, Mr. Fluffy Pants, and Mrs. Squirty Pants. Oh my goodness. Can we all relate to those times where our stool is completely liquid and we're even afraid to leave the house? Goodness knows where the nearest public toilet's going to be on those days. So again, I've made some suggestions as to what you could potentially do to address that looseness in your stool. And it is telling us what's going on in our gut. And every single day we get this health check that goes into the toilet bowl, and it's worth stopping and taking a look, because you can instantly change the trajectory of your health by doing something about what's going on with your gut health and with your stool. If the eyes were the window to the soul, the stool is the window to the gut. And as Hippocrates says, all diseases begin in the gut. And so this is a fairly good point to actually be constantly checking in with your gut. And certainly my stool chart helps to lift the lid, lift the veil on what it is that we're looking for in a perfect poo. And number 4, a Mr. and Mrs. Smooth Pants. We all want that bliss point in the morning, don't we? So I'm going to stop sharing that with you now and invite you to download my book as a PDF, and you can certainly print that out, that stool chart out, frame it even, and put it on the back of your toilet door so that all your family could potentially learn a little bit about what's going into the toilet bowl. And also your friends that might come around can also get an insight into what's happening with their health. Let's spread this far and wide and get everybody looking before they flush. It certainly is your number one health check every single day. I'll leave it there. I'm Karlene, I'm the Gut Health Queen, and asking you to look before you flush to understand your number one health mystery. Take care for now.